Yo guys, it's watermelon again. I can't seem to get enough watermelon lately. Right now, this might be my favorite food. So let's get into it. Topic for this video is going to be semen retention makes you the most real, authentic version of you. It makes you more masculine, more adult, yet more childlike at the same time. It's like you get the best of both worlds. It's like a balancing system. It's like when you retain, you obtain and you maintain a level of balance that you've never had before. See, because the childlike part means that you're curious, you're open, you're easily excited about the same kinds of things that kids get excited about, because you're reclaiming a level of purity and innocence that you lost through the corn and through the fornication and all of the sexual immorality that we all engaged in. I mean, you wouldn't be on this path if you didn't learn the hard way. As the saying goes, fuck around and find out, you know? Well, I certainly found out. So, what I'm experiencing is that I'm becoming more like a kid again. Where it's like, for example, watermelon, bro. I can't tell you how happy this makes me. I'm just outside on a nice day, eating watermelon, and it is amazing. I got the day off today, that's why I'm dropping so many videos. I've been very busy lately. I finally got myself into a better living situation, or rather, I should say the Lord put me here. This just fell into my lap. I attracted this. And that's another thing the semen retention does. You become magnetic. Man, I had a request. You know, I was in a weird living situation. I wanted out of it, and I ended up with a way better situation for less money. And it literally came to me. I didn't seek it out. All right, and that's how things have been going. The longer I've been on retention, this happens more and more and more. Jobs, you know, people, situations, even money. You know, and it's not like you just sit around and wait and it just comes to you. No, you do things, but your actions have a way of creating a sort of magnetism. And, you know, so we have to act in accordance with spiritual laws. I'm always talking about this: laws of the body, laws of the mind, laws of the spirit. These are laws, unlike certain mandates that certain people enforce that can be changed and revised and followed or not followed, because they're not real. Excuse me. But laws are very real, right? I mean, nobody tends to argue with the law of gravity. If I jump off a tall building, I'm gonna fall. You know, that there's physical laws at play there. All right, the spiritual laws are similar to that. Like, there's no way around it. Okay, people think they can get away with stuff. No, not true. All right, that brings me to the next part of this. Okay, so you're more childlike because you're more innocent, you're more pure, you're coming into your natural state. Your real true personality is starting to shine. And you're curious and you want to play. You know, you want to do things that are fun. Like, so for me, all my activity in the gym, you know, that might seem like hard work to some people, but I'm playing. That's the play. Every time I walk into the gym, it's a giant playground, man. I can't tell you how excited I get when I walk into the gym and I see all that equipment. I'm like a kid in a sandbox with a bunch of cool toys that I love. That's all it really is, man. And that's why it's not hard for me to be disciplined and consistent with it, because I'm genuinely in love with it. I love the process and I regard it as play. And so, and that to me, that's balance, right? This is a sense of balance. So there's this kind of Trinity thing, and these Trinities are everywhere. They manifest themselves in so many ways, but it's like work, play, love. You know, I've heard it said that life is those three things, really. So anytime you find yourself doing something that is all three at the same time, that's a good sign that that's your path. That's right for you, you know? So Like for me, when I'm eating healthy, when I'm sharing this information with you guys, when I'm making this content, when I'm in the gym doing what I do there, I love it. I'm playing, but there's also work. It's work. And I actually do get paid for this stuff sometimes, you know, and I hope to get paid for it more and more. That's part of what I am trying to achieve here for myself. I want to make a career out of this so that my work is my play, is my love. You feel me? That I feel like I love myself enough to create that reality for myself with the help of God. So there's this interesting thing where I'm becoming more like a child. I love to play. I love simple things. I don't like dirty things. I don't like horror movies. I don't like foul language anymore. I'm losing my taste for a lot of the music I used to like. You know, it's like I could almost have a better time hanging out with a group of kids than I could most adults. Why? Because they're curious and they want to play, and they're like, wow, look at that. Wow, a butterfly. Wow, a tree. Wow, the sky. I feel the same way. I'm just like, wow, look at this whole, I mean, what the watermelon. Wow, like God just made it like this. Are you kidding me? This thing just grew like this. It's like a perfect bowl. I could throw it away and it just degrades in nature perfectly and then creates healthier soil and it tastes delicious and it's hydrated. I mean, are you kidding me? Come on now. How cool is that? I could go on and on, but that's not that's not what this video is about. So the interesting thing here is that as I'm becoming more childlike, more innocent, more pure, right? And I'm not looking at everybody through this lens of like hypersexuality, you know, this has kind of cured a lot of like perversion I had, if not all of it. You know, I feel like it's been lifted, you know. It's just like I just look at other human beings like they're spirits and bodies. And I love everybody the same, man. Like really, that's where I'm at on this journey. And so coupled with this more childlike nature is wisdom and masculinity and a more adult kind of nature. At the same time, there's the balance. This is what's so amazing about this process is I'm cultivating wisdom and discernment, and I'm gaining knowledge along the way, and I'm becoming more responsible and disciplined. I'm becoming a more trustworthy, reliable, hardworking adult male in this society. But at the same time, I feel more like a kid while I'm doing it. And I even look younger. You know, I'm 37. People are generally shocked when I tell them how old I am. They think I'm 20 something. And it's like I'm aging backwards. And that's what happens when you are following the law, the real law, not the law that man wrote, the law that God wrote, the laws of nature, the laws of the body, the mind, and the spirit. All right. And look, what comes out of your, you know what? I mean, let's just break this down. My biological dad put some of that stuff in my biological mom, and here I am. Just one release. That's all it took. Here I am, 37 years later. So everything that comes out of my, you know what, that certain stuff that comes out that we're retaining has the power to create a human being. That's enormous power. If you just think on that for a moment, that's enormous power. So imagine the power you're losing when that just ends up in a sock or a napkin or on somebody's back or face or some whatever. Imagine what you're losing, what you're sacrificing. Not worth it. Not even close. Not even close. I'm not missing out on anything. Quite the contrary. A lot of people would think this is crazy. This is crazy talk. People would either think I'm lying, like I'm secretly busting, or they think this is crazy. But people can think whatever they want. because I'm happy, joyous, and free. I'm healthy, full of gratitude. So, judge all you want. Doesn't affect me at all. Funny thing is, all I want to do is help. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you at your best. I want to see me at my best, of course, hence the work, but I want to see you at your best too. I genuinely do. Because see, when you get something that's really, really good, the really good stuff in life, this is how you know something's really, really good. If you gain something that's actually good, it's not fake good, you want to share it. It's so good, you cannot stand to keep it for yourself. You just have to share it. If you get something and you're inclined to you get some money and you're like, oh, I better hold on to this. Maybe that's not good. A lot of rich people are miserable. I don't have much money. I have enough to get some watermelon though, and that's really all I needed today. So, all right, you guys, signing out.